provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right. Those are the games that make college football special.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Smith takes the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back to pass, it's Sherrill. Pulls it in. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Blue Devils offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Got room at the 35. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the Oakland.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He has the first and still on his feet. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open on the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UNC!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Snags it over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Working that left side now. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. And the Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. Tight end trying to get in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Fitted in the window for the score.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off the boot, looking for his man. Back open in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Tyler. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They've got the screen set up. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cal handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to scramble. Trying to make... breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw at Sherrill. Bringing the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the draw. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give is to Smith. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give from the gun. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sherrill. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. There he goes. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quick strike complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Tyler. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Offense getting set for 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tate. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That pulls them to within 15. 28-13 the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Looking to pass. It's Sherrill. Here's a hit. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In Game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, 4th down.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sherrill. Finds the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, give on the inside. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Blue Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tyler. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Blue Devils are flying down the field. The give on the option. Turning it on. No, he got loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double. That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I am sure this coaching staff on offense thought if we get a 4th down, we can use our speed on an option play, take the pitch, and pick up the first. But they underestimated the speed this defense has and their tenacity. Great job rallying to the pitch guy, creating a huge turnover on downs. Big play for the defense.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Sherrill. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his big tight end. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. First down here for the offense. Let's go. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Green.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times today.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Sherrill. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He is run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the ground. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulls and fires complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A strike downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Tar Heels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They're working that left side. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Raymond. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man, it's Sherrill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? So now on comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So,
oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grab behind the line. It's Tate. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Oh, they're after him. And the misconnection on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
The This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. Still running at the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. The give to the fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll go to the fullback. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.